Hey you guys, I just got done reading One Piece Manga Chapter 833, and even though this chapter had amazing fights, some pretty cool techniques shown, and very insightful flashbacks into Sanji's past and his family interactions, I still felt a little bit underwhelmed this chapter because in my previous One Piece manga review video, I said I would like to see his father being portrayed as at least as strong as Doflamingo or somewhere near Doflamingo's level, given that this guy's been hyped up to be the king of Germa Kingdom, basically the commander of Germa 66, one of the most evil and technologically advanced and strongest armies there is in One Piece, and the patriarch of the Vinsmoke family, one of the most infamous noble or royal families to attend Reverie, as well as having enough freaking political power to basically change Sanji's wanted poster, as well as basically being a family that's infamous throughout the underworld for being assassins apparently. But I didn't see that this chapter. I mean, I was thinking that there would be some type of clear difference in power between Sanji's father and Sanji, and that this would be a one-sided beating. But from this whole chapter, it just didn't seem like anything that Sanji's father did was literally enough to do significant damage to Sanji to put him down in this duel or fight that they had. And if anything, I just saw Sanji's father as a little bit cowardly because he actually used his soldiers to form a wall around him. And I just thought, wow, like I thought the dude looked pretty cool, and I was like, maybe he's like superpower, maybe he has some pretty epic moves. And he does have some pretty good techniques, but I just don't have the amount of respect for him that I would. And I just don't see why Big Mom would waste her time allying herself with this guy. I mean, Big Mom could probably sweep the floor with Sanji, and given how much of a fight Sanji gave his father is probably not worth making this alliance marriage thing with. I mean, even with all their advanced technology, they're not worth it. They're not worth it. Because another thing to me was Big Mom had those little collars, had some of those little world noble, like celestial dragon collars, slave collar things. She was one of the only people to possess them. But you're trying to tell me the Vinsmoke family, one of the most technologically advanced families with most advanced weapons and gear and suits and everything like that, they didn't have these collars and handcuffs, but a Yonko, a pirate that isn't a noble or doesn't have anything to do with world government, has them in her possession. I mean, I was kind of a little bit surprised at that, but I don't know. Like, for me, the hype for the Vinsmoke family has went down significantly for me in this chapter, because when I was hearing that these was like Sanji's relatives and they was like incredibly strong, I was like, wow, these guys must be strong. But no, Sanji straight up dented his younger brother Yonji's face in. He pretty much gave his father a pretty fair, even fight. So unless Sanji's older brothers are significantly stronger than Sanji and his father, I don't really know. I really don't see the point of why Big Mom is bothering with them, other than their technology, which I don't even think is worth that much of a hassle in itself, given that even Sanji was able to pretty much give his father a good fight, even with his father's gear and boost and everything. And with a title like Garuda, he has to have some great techniques. I'm just going to play devil's advocate here and just say that since this was a duel, they weren't really going all out, given the fact that Sanji's father technically needs Sanji intact for this marriage. And he had to hold back to some extent. That's the only logical excuse I can see around as to why he didn't just solidly hand Sanji a beating right then and there, was that he needed Sanji to be intact, conscious, and non-injured for this marriage to work, for this alliance to work. And I just don't get it. I don't get it. As far as his father's conquest for North Blue and taking all of that back, fat chance, mate. Fat chance. That's not gonna happen. This whole alliance with Big Mom, I could just see it blowing up. I could just see it horribly blowing up in their face. And I feel like Sanji's family has really slept on Sanji. They really have. And Yonji deserved his face getting dented in. I felt it would have been more poetic justice if Sanji permanently disfigured his face, just for the sake of it. But I really want to see how strong Sanji is compared to his older brothers now, because we clearly see that he gave Yonji a clear beating. But I wonder how he's going to fare against his older brothers, because those guys, those were the ones that were giving him a beating. But this is Varo. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That also supports the channel. Keep this channel going. Really want it. Bye.